Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to do an antipasta salad. Figured since the weather is starting to get warm, or hopefully it will continue to get warm, it's going to be summertime and salad dishes, and I figured I would do a few this week. So the first one I want to do this week is an antipasto salad. And I've already boiled our pasta. I have farfalle or bow tie pasta. I'm just letting it cool in the colander. And then we're going to do black olives that have already been pitted. I'm going to do green olives with pimentos in them, some roasted red peppers. I have Colby Jack cheese and white cheddar cheese, and I have ham and pepperoni. So, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to wash my hands first. Hot water and soap. And then we're going to rinse our pasta. It's been boiled for about 10 minutes, and it's nice and tender, but it's still kind of warm. So, I'm going to let it cool down, and I'm going to rinse it with some cold water. In the meantime, I'm going to drain our black olives through the colander, let them sit with the pasta, our black olives. Do our roasted red peppers. And they've already been stripped and cut up. And then I'm going to do our green olives, which are my favorite. And mix that. It's easier with your hands sometimes. Looks nice and colorful already. Pasta's still just a little bit warm, so we're going to let that cool down with the cold water. The next step is we're going to get a bowl. We're going to cube up our cheeses and our meats. So, let's start with white cheddar. Just cut strips. Cut them in half. And then cut chunks. And because our pasta and olives and peppers are still wet, I'm not going to add them in just yet. For this recipe, I'm going to show you guys how to make a nice balsamic dressing. It's going to finish this off really, really nicely. You could do any kind of cheese you like. Sometimes I like Swiss cheese. Sometimes I like pepper jack cheese. The jack cheese and the cheddar cheese give it a, sharper, smokier kind of flavor, which is nice. But really, any kind of cheese you like is fine. It's your preference, as long as you like it. We're almost done with our cheese, and we'll start with our meats. And again, the meats, you could use anything. I like pepperoni, and I like ham. You could use salamis. You could do cooked salami, Genoa salami, hard salami, whatever you like. I like to mix them to get different flavors. So our cheeses are done. And I have about a pound of stripped tavern ham. I had the deli strip it for me. Just easier to cut that way. So we'll cube that as well. Let's grab a bunch of it. Add that. A little bit more ham. Again, this is about a pound. This is going to feed about 6 or 7 people today. Make a nice lunch. Make some fresh lemonade with it. And then I have about a pound of pepperoni. Again, I had the deli strip it up for me, so it's just easier to cut. This really makes for a nice summer lunch. It's nice and light. It's flavorful. And other than the pasta, you don't even have to cook anything. It cuts down on the heat in the kitchen. So that's our pepperoni. And our ham. And our cheeses. So I'm going to give this a quick toss. Mix it all up. All right, and we're going to split this into 2 bowls. I'm going to share some with our neighbors today. So, now, I'm going to add my pasta and olives and peppers. That, mix in on cheese and pepperoni and ham. And it's okay to use your hands as long as they're clean. It just makes it so much easier. A lot more control that way. Do our second bowl. Then a quick toss. Nice salad. It's nice and colorful. Sometimes I use tricolored pasta like the rotini, but I couldn't find any at the grocery store this morning. So I just got some farfalle, which is perfectly fine. You can really use any pasta, although spaghetti doesn't work real well. Alright, so now for our dressing. So for our dressing, I'm going to use a mason jar. And we're going to do about 3/4 of a cup of oil. Just using vegetable oil today. You could use olive oil, but we have the flavor of the olives in the salad, so vegetable oil works just fine. It's about 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm going to do about a cup of balsamic vinegar. We're going to season it up. About a teaspoon of oregano, dried oregano. About a teaspoon of granulated garlic. About half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm going to do brown sugar. The brown sugar is going to cut the tartness of the vinegar. And it's also going to help our mixture emulsify. And when we emulsify, we're just mixing oil with something that's soluble, like vinegar or water. But in this case, we're using vinegar, certainly for the dressing. And oil doesn't really mix well with liquids. So we want to do a process that's called emulsification. And that's, again, mixing liquids with oil. Just cover this up. You could do it in a mixer if you want with a wire whisk, but you know what, I find it's just as easy if I could just shake it and mix it real well. That combines it pretty nicely. And again, that brown sugar, even though it adds to the taste, it adds to the emulsification process. Good taste. That's really good. A little bit sweet, a little vinegary, garlicky, of course, which is what I like. And then I'm going to pour my vinegar. I'm going to divide it between the two bowls. Mix it up. And we'll have a great antipasto salad. A little bit of dressing. And mix that in. And there you have it, folks. A nice summer lunch to eat out on the deck. Share with your friends. Nice tall pitcher of cold lemonade. And you have a great antipasto salad for lunch. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see everyone real soon. Bye-bye now.